Well. 2nd of April, after 1st of April, which is April Fool's Day, and then you have 2nd of April. So far, the American administration is maintaining that the tariffs would be implemented, and the final picture in terms of whether tariffs will go higher, whether tariffs would be maintained in terms of neutrality, where reciprocal tariffs would be, all that will come out from on 2nd of April. That's what we understand. Now, there are a lot of factors which are at play, which is that the US wants to reduce their total trade dependence on India. When I say trade dependence, the total gap which they have, that's about $100 billion. From India, some of the categories which are exported, they are pharma, textiles, merchandise exports, gems and jewelry. These are some of the large categories where the deficit right now is very large. I don't think chips are exported from India. Chips are imported into India. Autos, well, the tariffs are high, but auto as a sector does not export a lot. US contributes, within pharma, the 30% contribution is coming from US. Within textile, the number would pretty much be large. Within gem and jewelry, the number pretty much would be large. So what is the industry preparedness? Which way there could be a bit of a quid pro quo? Which are the sectors where the dynamics could change if tariffs are implemented? And what about an important sector like textile and merchandise exports, where there is extreme sensitivity to currency as well as tariff rates? Ajay Sahai joins us, Director General and CEO, Federation of Indian Export Organization, that is FIEO. Good morning, thank you for joining us. कुछ अंदर की बात बताइए, क्या आ रहा है? What is India ready to give? And what we think we will get from US?
I think it's too early to talk about what India is going to give or what India is going to gain. The fact that the US team is here, they will be starting the negotiation from tomorrow, is an extremely positive sign. I don't think that at this point of time we will going into the nitty-gritties of the products or services. Probably we will looking into the broad contours of the BTA, what will be the terms of reference, what will be the schedule, whether we are going to negotiate all in one tranche or we will be doing in tranche 1 for the goods, tranche 2 for the services. These will be probably discussed in the 3 days meeting. What we've been given to understand that some discussions have already happened through the virtual meeting. Our Commerce Minister was already there in the first week of March to start these processes, and probably that will be taken forward in times to come. And in the given scenario, we feel that India may be either getting the deferment on the reciprocal tariff, or they may be even waiver for India, as India is engaged with the US for the BTA.
Where do you think there could be good news and bad news? I mean, let's assume that if tariffs of 25% are imposed, which are the industries or sectors where life could change dramatically and where life would change incrementally?
No, I don't think there will be a sector where the life will change drastically, because of course US is an important market, but we have a growing domestic market. We have other markets also. So it's not that this will be the end of the industry, even if the high tariff comes on India, but definitely it will be a setback for exports in many of the sectors, including the sector where high tariffs are expected, for example, auto component, or even for the gems and jewelry where the value itself is very high. These will be the sector where we will be impacted. But I don't expect that, assuming if the tariff comes, the tariff to the order of 25% will come on India. First of all, we are of the view that probably it may not come, and even if the tariff comes, it will not be so high so as to distract that. The issue is that if the tariff comes, let us say we are talking about a reciprocal tariff of 10%, whether that is going to absorb by Indian industry, whether that is going to be shared between exporter and importer, so that probably it may hit in some of the sector the bottom line of the company, may not be the top line of the company, and export to that extent may not be impacted, though profitability may take a hit.
Let's look at a sector where textiles and pharma, they are two very sensitive sectors. Where a cent, forget a dollar, where a cent here or there actually leads to good business or losing of business. What is the preparedness for the industry in India? If tariffs they come on garments, if tariffs they come on bulk drugs, if tariffs they come on gems and jewelry, what will be the immediate impact from 3rd of April? Because that's when tariffs would kick in.
But in fact, in some of the segment, for example, where the tariff have already come on the country, there have been diversion of business. If tariff comes exclusive of India, it will be different thing. If the tariff also come on some of the partner countries who are running huge trade deficit with US, probably the situation may change. And therefore, at this point of time, unless we know what is the quantum of tariff, on which country tariff is coming or is likely to come, it will be difficult to guess on these matters.
In terms of the competitiveness, sir, that is the larger question which we come down to every time. Okay, tariffs can just take you a little bit, but ultimately it's all about why have we lost textile business to Vietnam? Why are we not that competitive like China? Why is that Indian companies are always boutique manufacturers? They've never upgraded themselves to mass manufacturers. I mean, I've been tracking the textile industry as a student. Look at India's biggest garment company. It is not even, India's biggest garment company is even smaller than China's top 100 textile exporter.
I agree with you because in India, probably the manufacturing is much more fragmented. We are not having large companies in export sector. There are very few. By and large, it is driven by small and medium companies. That's why that kind of problem remains there. And that's why India is very keen to have an FTA with Europe or UK where we can look into other than a line-wise production, because when it comes to the line-wise production, probably other countries are much competitive with the economy of scale. But at the same time, things are changing. A lot of business have moved from our neighbors to India, and probably that kind of trend will continue. Please bear in mind that Vietnam is also saturating. The unemployment rate in Vietnam has come down to as low as 2%. We also feel that some of the segment where China will be targeted or China has already been targeted, there will be manufacturing moving to the Vietnam. And probably this is an opportunity for India. So while I agree there is a lot of work needs to be done, particularly on the skilling part in this segment, but the kind of free trade agreement which is being now carved out for India, Indian exports in textile is all set to grow. And we are also looking into $100 billion textile export by 2030.
It's so good having you on the show today. Thank you for your time.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.